we bringing in the band members, Brent? Are we ready for that? Hey, Ed.
Hey. Hi there.
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Ed.
Great to meet you. Great to be on.
So I've got to say, Ed, we knew that you had some musical talent because you just managed to like pull out the guitar one day on I think it was the CRM Plays episode not too long ago. But boy, talk about tip of the iceberg. Can you guys tell us a little bit about the other members of the band? I mean, like, no joke here, Andrew, hidden talent, but Kirsten, I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
I pulled the guitar out on CRM Players back in the summer, but I definitely don't think I'm anywhere near the most talented member of the band. Kirsten has contributed her Carnegie Hall award-winning operatic voice to that Winner Takes All song, which was just incredible. But I think Andrew gets all the credit for the kind of multi-instrumentalist work to put this all together as well. Yeah, the Encores didn't exist at the start of the year. We came together virtually, so none of us have met each other actually. I think, well, apart from Andrew and I, once in the past. A lot of us are all remote, and we put these songs together just for this amazing Battle of the Bands. And actually, I think most of these songs have never even been played together, as in we put all of those individual parts with people playing separately at different times in different time zones. And then thanks to Andrew's magical production powers, we managed to put all the songs together. So at some point, we'd all love to get together and actually play the same song at the same time. It was great.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So tell us a little bit about why those three songs. Why did you choose to kind of remake them in your own way?
Well, I think we just kind of reached out to the whole Episerver family, which at the start of this year was 800 people, is now 1,100 people. So we grew quite a lot during the year as well. And we just reached out to the whole organization and said, who wants to join this amazing event and an exciting program? And we had a whole load of people come. So you saw some people kind of in the foreground, but there were huge numbers of people involved in helping produce the videos and contributing the hand claps and all that kind of stuff. And the songs were selected by the team. So I think we chose the Jason Mraz song because Justin West rewrote the lyrics, and so that one's chosen. Check. And I think Winner Takes It All came from some suggestions as well. So this was really just a whole kind of team effort, and kind of came together over the course of a few sessions and a few trial and errors, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things of choosing three different songs is that we're just a massively diverse organization. As Ed said, different time zones, different countries, but also different companies before we started this competition, right? Optimizely, Episerver, the previous acquisitions of Video and Insight, all of those were represented on the backing track, on the soundtrack we created. And there's a real diversity across that company in terms of geos and ethnicities and genders, and it was just fantastic to also represent that in a few different styles too. And really give a big shout out. You saw at the end of that second song, which is a bit more meaningful and a bit more sad, and a big shout out to all of those who've had a really hard year, and also a shout out to one of our colleagues who passed through this process. And so we wanted to make sure there was some happy moments as well as some poignant ones.
I gotta say that got me at the end, and I had to compose myself a little before we got back on here. But no, fascinating stuff. I've got two questions. Andrew, first of all, how many instruments do you actually play?
The easy question and a hard answer. I definitely took up a few when I was a kid. But the main question is, how many do I play well? And that's a very, very small number, and you saw both of them represented. So beyond that, I'm all out.
I think humility to the extreme. But the other question is, really seriously, have you guys considered going to marketing and suggesting that they should fund your efforts? And I think we saw that from a lot of the comments. I mean, awesome outreach, and I think there's a market for what you guys are doing.
Well, fortunately, roping in our CMO Kirsten is a prime way to get access to some marketing dollar in the
Yeah,
future.
absolutely.
So I think we're onto a winner there.
Definitely. Well, speaking of marketing, I mean, you saw in the comments how many people Winner Takes It All really, affected. So beyond it being on the band page, you think you're going to share it around more broadly?
Yeah, we are, and it's actually a really interesting timing for us as a business. We've just come together, two different companies, two very big companies with big brands, big networks and ecosystems, and we're right in the process of actually reinventing what is the Episerver and Optimizely of 2021 and beyond. And so there's been lots of conversations with our HR team, particularly our chief people officer, as we think through, because we're a fun bunch, and I think that really comes through. And so absolutely, we'll be doing more of this as we go to market. We've got I think there's still 100 or 200 open roles open, and our HR team have asked if we can be using this in some of their outreaches to candidates that they're trying to win over. So, hey, if it works, it works.